replicates DNA, correct?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
remember that?
It gets complicated, right?
Yeah, he just disappeared off the face of the earth. All right. So, number 3, Raph Boner faked fans out. That is the.
Now you're gonna need to help me remind me.
That's the what's his name? Who's the fast guy? What do we call him? He's not Flash. He is called Quicksilver, the one from the X-Men universe, and he was brought into WandaVision.
Oh yeah.
So fans really thought that he was going to be part of it, everything like that, and then we find out he's just
an actor.
Yeah,
a
wannabe actor brought into. So, yeah.
Boner.
That would let people down so bad. They were pissed off. They were like, that character's horrible because they wanted X-Men to be so much like crossover in the multiverse. But it might happen. Number 2, this hurts me deep because I forgive him, but it is his fault. Star-Lord got half the universe killed. And we talked about this yesterday.
Yes, we did.
He had to punch Thanos. Tony Stark told him not to. Spider-Man almost had the glove off.
Almost. But also, don't forget, if she held her powers, what's the name? Mantis, right? If Mantis was able to hold on 20 more seconds, because as soon as she lost control of keeping him in a sleep, that's when he regained his grip.
Half the universe died because of that. So listen, if he was that heartbroken, he just punched her. Hey, we want the glove. The guy's killed millions of people in the universe over the years. Star-Lord, kill him. Why are you punching him? Just kill him. You would have done everybody better. You know, she died.
That's what he's trying to do. But think about it.
You could have the glove.
If they got the glove off, how would the series have ended? Like, because Gamora would still be dead.
Well, that's
Don't
why
you think Thanos would still be attacking them and they were killed, right?
That's why they wrote it that way. Of course they did. They had to do time travel like that. Number 1, we talked about this earlier today, and it was just by luck I saw this. Number 1, the most hated Marvel Universe, cinematic universe character they hate, Carol Danvers became a symbol. Now, this is what's funny because I saw this too. If you go to Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a high score for the movie, but for fans on Rotten Tomatoes, it's really low. A lot of people are upset because the original Captain Marvel was a man, and then it was given to a woman later on. And most fans wanted and this is everyone, it's just not a chauvinistic thing. They wanted to like the comic books. It's a man and then a woman. And then personally, what I got to admit this, for some reason, when Carol Danvers is on screen and she's walking around, she walks around like she's cock of the walk.
She walks just like a confident guy like John Wayne. Well, but it does a bit better.
And the way she looks at people, like, I don't understand. It just comes across.
That she's superior.
I know. I just don't want to be next to her. I'm like, ugh, get it off. Go. And Captain Marvel, if it weren't Nick Fury being in there and the funny stuff with the cat and stuff like that, and especially the Skrull, the actor, that guy is just great. He played.
But if it was a guy, you like would not be saying this as much.
No, it would do the same. She doesn't have the charisma isn't there that she portrays on the screen. Hey, it's not me alone. You're throwing it at me. I'm telling you what the fans are saying.
Spread the rumor.
She does not have that charisma as Captain Marvel. Hey, and if MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, was so positive about how good she was going to be, they made her role so small in Infinity Endgame at the end because they didn't know if the movie was going to be a hit or not. You know, because she was the last one put in there. And they're like, we don't know. Do you know what I mean? And they admit to that. The Russo brothers said that. They said, we didn't know how she was going to be reacted or taken with fans. We were going back in time. We didn't know if she can pull the thing off. So they made her part as small as possible. And she's supposed to be powerful enough to fight Thanos. You know what I mean? So
there was reports in 2019 that Disney's lost confidence in Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, but they're still keeping her as Captain Marvel. So where is your source? I mean, this is
from comic books.
What do you mean from the comic books? Like what's your source?
Marvel general. Comic books. The original Captain Marvel was a male.
No. You're saying that Brie Larson, that the studios are not happy with her.
I never said they weren't happy with her. I said they did not know how the movie was going to be taken by fans because they were filming the end game at the same time that the movie was being ready to release. So they didn't know how good she was going to be or not, or the movie was going to be a flop. They don't know. So if you notice at the end of Endgame, she doesn't have a real strong presence at the end and flies in.
Yeah, I know, but you talked about her stance and all this other
This
stuff.
is what I'm saying. This is what got me. This has nothing to do with what the fans are saying. I'm saying personally, this is me. I'm just telling you that Rotten Tomatoes, go look at Rotten Tomatoes. Go look at it.
I'm actually looking at We Got This Covered.
Okay, if you go look at Rotten Tomatoes, it's a high score for the movie when the critics approved it. Now you go to the next one next to it. Those are people that watched it, the fans. Look how much lower it is.
Well, I'm just curious if this is the way where she'll do Captain Marvel 2, and then Monica, who may be not Python, you know Monica, you know who I'm talking about, right? What's the character's name? It's not Python. You don't.
No,
you're not helping me, are you? No, you're not.
But I'm going to read you something, Riff. Right?
Go for it.
The story of Captain Marvel's ratings on Rotten Tomatoes becomes something of an internet legend. Fans upset that Carol Danvers' version of the character was leading the movie instead of the original male Captain Marvel downvoted the movie before it was even released. The ratings recovered a little bit eventually with people seeing and enjoying the movie, but hatred for Carol Danvers as a symbol of diversifying superhero media is still strong throughout the internet.
Well, I think because the Marvels is coming out in 2022, where Monica Rambeau is the character, where the actress Teyonah Parris plays in. And if that goes well, then I think she's going to replace Captain Marvel, which does happen in the comic books as well.
Yeah. Did you like her short haircut? And I'm just throwing it in the...
Oh, I never did.
So you like her with long hair?
Oh, yeah, it's disgusting. But I understand why Marvel did. It just doesn't, it's just not, it's aged her. I mean, it made her, it aged her, made her look fat. But I understand why they did that because that's what happens in the comic book. I liked how she looked in the first movie.
Well, no matter what happens, she's lifting weights. She's on Twitter and Instagram every day. I see it at your nerd side. I should start you. She's lifting weights, getting ready for Captain Marvel Part 2. They're starting to film it like in about 2 weeks, and she's lifting as much as possible. I don't know if she doesn't have to be what's her name from Thor, but if she wants to do what she wants to do, she can do it.
I don't know, but you give such bad vibes about her. I don't get that energy when they interview her.
I'm just.
I mean, she was homeless too.
I'm just telling you how I felt about the character on screen. She's probably a great person. I saw other movies she did. She did great. She did that one.
She's an Oscar winner.
Yeah, she did great. I don't know. For some reason, I see her and with her fight scenes I'm just in Captain Marvel. I just didn't dig them that much. You know what I mean? I didn't even dig it when she was fighting the Skrull. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, listen.
Do you remember when she went to go look at when she went over and saw Stan Lee on the train? Do you remember that? He's on the train. He's reading his copy.
Vaguely, go for it.
Mallrats. She goes over and pulls down this thing. She goes like this. She gives this weird look like, shakes her head up and down. I was like, what the hell was that? I know she's finding knowledge. Oh, it's Stan Lee, but...
All right, let me just let you know. On TooFab, John Cheadle, who is a War Machine, defends Avengers co-star Brie Larson after trolls criticize her psycho, in quotes, body language. So you're just continuing this
I can't help it. I don't.
Yes, you can help it.
Okay, all right. It's the greatest acting I've ever seen in my life.
Because she is a woman.
No, it has nothing to do with the way she walks around.
Yeah, at one point in the interview, Larson sat up and tilted her head slightly. She's really trying to dominate them, O'Brien said in her commentary. I guess it's in her mind. Domination equals acceptance. In reality, submission will get you a lot further in friendship circles than trying to dominate and boss everyone around. And I think people just go crazy on Twitter calling her psycho. And I think it's just a rumor, Bill, that you're
I've
continuing.
never said she's psycho. I'm watching
Cheeto
it.
said, you should see my body language right now, tweeted in response, adding multiple
John
laughing
Cheeto
This is some of the funniest
he's
stuff I've ever read.
handicapped
Brie
in
was
the
trying
movie.
to keep her ponytail behind her because her hair size kept flying and fixing it. She's actually being over-accommodating. Amazing. I actually like her, but you were a little rude by telling her not to touch you. So I think
okay. I agree with you. Whatever you're saying,
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
you
saying.
keep on talking
But
about it.
I'm telling you, the way I saw her, I didn't like her body language. Was a little weird to me. Now look, she's going to talk to Stanley. I have a YouTube up, and look at her weird face. Here we go. She walks in, hair's all over the place. She's looking for the scroll. We're watching the clip from it. You see it?
Yeah, I'm watching
All right,
it.
she's walking.
She is.
There's Stanley Mallrats. Now watch. Watch your face. Who does that? That's what I'm saying. She's going after the scroll, but she's going to smile at the man. Who's that man?
She
For
doesn't
that point.
smile with him.
Oh
She
my-
doesn't
she
care.
smile- oh my
she
God.
is an
Oh.
alien from outer space.
Look,
and
why?
she was with
So she-
corrupted people.
Look. She's going to smile at the man. Oh, hold on.
Okay, Thor likes her because she's confident. She's actually more. She's just
Okay,
very
look.
much
Pulls
like.
it down. Look.
Oh my God.
I know she's doing a cameo. All right, I agree. Whatever you say.
You don't agree because you turn your mouth around and you say the opposite. So don't tell me you
I
agree.
don't find her the in this movie. I didn't particularly
Are
like
you
her.
going to tell me like what your guys would go? I wouldn't tap that.
This has nothing to do with she's a woman or a guy. Nothing. I have nothing to do with it. I loved Wonder Woman, the first movie. She was very dominant.
The guys in Fast and the Furious do this all the time.
I've
and you
never
don't even
seen.
bother.
I don't like Fast and Furious. Just to let you know, I don't like Fast and Furious.
Yeah, but you don't name the actors individually and break them down.
Who in the Fast and the Furious?
Yeah, you don't do that.
Vin Diesel. There you go. That's all I know.
Go
All
ahead.
right,
Go
before
ahead.
we argue anymore, make sure to join us on social media at Your Nerd Side to get the latest and greatest. All right. And if you agree with me, you can put a hashtag Fonseca is completely right. And if you disagree with me, you can put hashtag Fonseca is completely right. Those are two hashtags.
Or you can ask a question. If Brie Larson wore the costume of the second recent, like during the Rogue series when X-Men was really on a high of Captain Marvel, you want to look at my screen now. If she wore that costume, would people have less attitude?
I don't like. No, I don't.
This
I
is
don't
the
like.
one where you can see pretty much everything
I don't like
down
that.
under.
You know what? I'm sorry I agree with the masses, but I just happen to be watching TV, and the way she walks around and her body language is a bit. It's just weird
She's
to me.
a soldier.
I understand
You
that.
never hung out with
Then
women
how come
soldiers.
There are other women that are the soldiers with her, the ones that went after her, but they walked around, they fought, and they didn't walk around like she did. I saw them walking down in the movie. She fought her.
I know, but that's why a lot of them didn't like her because she walks with a lot of confidence. She's a badass.
All right.
Remember all those times she got knocked down?
So she's your top character. You'll be getting more stuff for her for Christmas, okay? I'll get you some
I didn't
statues.
say she was.
Well,
Okay, are you done with your list?
Yes, I'm done with the list. We've got to end the show.
See, we always argue during list time. That's why I don't like lists.
Well, I can give you a list of things I'm right about. That's what you can listen to. You know what I'm saying? Number one, I'm always right. Hey, next week's show, we got a lot of stuff in store for you. I promise you there will be no arguing, but they're going to be a list again. That's what I'm telling you. Talk to you next week.
Hey, everybody, this is Jenna Elfman, and you are listening to Your Nerd Side.